Hey there, if you're over 50 and want to stay strong, energetic, and independent, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss our weekly tips for living younger, longer, and stronger. Imagine this. You wake up, have your usual breakfast, and your body starts rebuilding muscle. Almost automatically. Sounds too good to be true? Here's the twist. Most people over 50 lose muscle every single year without realizing it. But what if one simple addition to your morning meal could reverse that process? It's not a new supplement, not a fancy gym trick, and it's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what it is, why it works, and how to use it to rebuild your strength, protect your joints, and feel amazing again. The hidden problem. After 50, you wake up feeling fine, but something subtle has started to change. The stairs feel a little steeper. The grocery bags feel a little heavier. You tell yourself, I'm just tired, or it's normal, I'm getting older. But what if I told you that what's really happening is not just aging, it's muscle loss? A slow, quiet process that begins around age 50 and continues year after year, unless we stop it. Every one of us experiences it, even the healthiest adults. The medical term is sarcopenia, and it simply means the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength as we age. Here's the surprising part. This process doesn't just affect athletes or people who stop exercising. It affects everyone, men and women, active or not. By the time most people reach 60, they've already lost up to 10% of their muscle mass. And if nothing changes, that number can double by the 70s. Now that might sound scary, but it's actually one of the most reversible effects of aging. Yes, you heard that right. Muscle loss is not a one-way street. Your body can rebuild strength and tone at any age, if you understand what it needs. Think of your muscles like a savings account. In your 20s and 30s, you make deposits without even thinking about it, walking, working, lifting things. But after 50, your body starts to withdraw more than it deposits. And if you don't refill that account with the right nutrients and regular movement, the balance keeps going down. Over time, that means less stability, slower metabolism, and higher risk of falls or injuries. The most frustrating part? This loss often goes unnoticed for years. You don't feel it from day to day until one morning you realize you can't lift what you used to, or you need to push off the armrest just to stand up. That's sarcopenia, quietly changing how your body works. From a medical point of view, muscle isn't just about strength or shape. It's an essential organ. It stores energy, supports your bones, and helps control blood sugar. When you lose muscle, your metabolism slows down. That means your body burns fewer calories, even at rest. Your posture can change, leading to back or joint discomfort. And because muscle tissue also helps regulate hormones and immunity, low muscle mass can even affect how well you recover from illness or stress. So, why does this happen? After 50, your body produces less of the hormones that drive muscle repair. Things like testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone. Your digestion also changes, meaning you absorb protein less efficiently. Even if you eat the same meals as before, your body might not be getting what it needs to rebuild tissue. It's like having construction workers on site, but not enough building materials to finish the job. The good news is that your muscles are still listening. They just need a stronger signal. And that signal comes from two things: proper nutrition and movement. When you combine the right type of protein with gentle exercise, your body can switch back into building mode, even after years of decline. Clinical studies show that adults over 50 who consistently eat enough protein and stay active can regain noticeable strength and muscle tone in just a few weeks. Think of this as your body's reminder that it's never too late to start rebuilding. Whether you're 50, 60, or 70, your muscles respond to care and attention. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Even simple, regular motion like walking, stretching, or using light resistance bands can trigger muscle repair. And once you start, you'll notice more than physical changes. Your balance improves. You feel steadier on your feet. Daily tasks, getting up from a chair, carrying groceries, gardening, start to feel easier again. It's a chain reaction. Stronger muscles support stronger bones, better posture, and greater confidence. Here's what I want you to remember. Aging doesn't automatically mean weakness. What we often call getting old is, in many cases, just losing muscle. And since muscle can be rebuilt, that means your energy, stability, and independence can also be rebuilt. You have far more control over your body's aging process than you might think. So before you reach for another cup of coffee or tell yourself you're just slowing down, pause and remember this. Your body hasn't stopped working for you. It's simply waiting for the right message to start rebuilding again. In the next part, we'll talk about when and how to send that message. And it all begins with the very first meal of your day. The morning opportunity, picture this. It's early morning, sunlight is just starting to fill your room, and your body is quietly waking up after a long night's rest. You stretch, maybe pour your first cup of coffee, and think about breakfast. But here's something most people don't realize. That first hour of your morning is one of the most powerful times of the entire day for your health. It's when your body is the most ready to absorb nutrients, repair tissue, and set the tone for everything that follows. While you sleep, your body works like a quiet factory. It uses stored nutrients to keep your heart beating, your lungs breathing, your brain dreaming. By the time you wake up, those nutrient levels are low. Your muscles, your brain, even your cells are waiting for new fuel. And what you choose to eat in those first moments decides whether your body will rebuild or continue to break down. That's why I call breakfast a rebuilding window. When you're over 50, this window matters even more. At this age, your metabolism slows, your hormone levels shift, and your body becomes less efficient at turning food into strength. But in the morning, you get a unique chance to reset that process. It's the moment when your system is hungry for repair. You just have to feed it the right building blocks. Think of your body as a sponge after a long, dry night. If you pour in the right nutrients, it absorbs everything beautifully. If you skip breakfast or rely on a sugary pastry or just coffee, that sponge stays dry, your muscles stay undernourished, and your energy dips before the day even begins. That's why so many people feel weak or tired in the afternoon. It's not just age. It's what you did or didn't give your body in the morning. Now let's talk about what's usually on the table. Most breakfasts are built around carbohydrates: toast, cereal, fruit juice, maybe a muffin. These foods give a quick energy spike, but they do little to repair or protect muscle tissue. They're like lighting a match instead of building a steady fire. When that match burns out, your energy crashes, and your body still doesn't have the materials it needs to rebuild muscle fibers. But imagine replacing that pattern with something smarter. Imagine your breakfast as a tool, something that supports strength, stability, and recovery. It doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. It can be as simple as changing one thing, adding the key ingredient your muscles crave most after 50. That one choice can transform your breakfast from a routine into a therapy. Why is morning the ideal time for this? Because your body is naturally in a mild fasting state after a night's sleep. Insulin levels are lower, which means your muscles are more sensitive to nutrients. When you eat the right food now, your body sends it straight to where it's needed, your muscles, bones, and brain. In other words, you get more benefit from the same meal simply because of when you eat it. This is also when your cortisol levels, the hormones that help you wake up, are higher. Cortisol is not your enemy. It helps mobilize energy. But without the proper nutrients to balance it, that energy can come from muscle breakdown instead of muscle repair. By giving your body real nourishment early, you turn that natural hormone wave into a positive force for rebuilding, rather than slow erosion. So many of my patients over the years have told me they're just not breakfast people. And that's fine. But skipping breakfast doesn't mean your body stops needing repair. Even a light morning meal can make a dramatic difference if it contains what your muscles truly need. The goal isn't to eat more, it's to eat better, smarter, more intentional food that supports the way your body changes with age. Here's something else worth remembering. You don't have to feel hungry to need nourishment. After 50, hunger signals can weaken, so by the time you feel the urge to eat, your muscles may already be missing valuable repair time. That's why I encourage everyone to treat the morning as a scheduled moment of self-care, a daily reminder that rebuilding is possible every single day. Think about the power in that idea. Every sunrise gives you a new opportunity to reverse years of slow decline. Not through extreme diets or long workouts, but through consistency. A small, focused action repeated every morning. Feed your body the right fuel at the right time, and it will respond no matter your age. In the next section, we'll reveal exactly what that right fuel is. The single simple addition that can turn your ordinary breakfast into a muscle-building powerhouse. You might already have it in your kitchen. And once you know how to use it, your mornings and your muscles will never be the same again. The simple addition. Let's be honest, most of us want a simple answer. We don't need another complicated diet plan or a long list of restrictions. We just want to know, what can I do today that will actually work? Well, here it is. The answer is protein. A single addition that can completely change how your body rebuilds muscle after 50. Now, before you imagine bodybuilders in giant tubs of powder, let's clear something up. This isn't about bulking up or becoming someone you're not. This is about protecting what you already have. Your strength, your independence, your ability to move freely and confidently. Protein is not a trend, it's a biological necessity. And as we age, it becomes the #1 nutrient that most people quietly don't get enough of. Here's what's happening inside your body. Every muscle in your body, from your legs to your heart, is made of tiny fibers that constantly break down and rebuild. When you were younger, that rebuilding happened easily, even if you didn't think about it. But after 50, your body becomes less responsive to the usual signals. You need more protein to trigger the same repair process that once happened naturally. Most adults in their 50s or 60s eat plenty of calories, but not enough amino acids, the building blocks that make new muscle. The body can't store amino acids for later. It needs them delivered regularly, especially in the morning when it's primed for rebuilding. Without them, your body takes what it needs from your existing muscle tissue. That's the silent loss we talked about earlier. And it can only be stopped by giving your body what it's asking for. So what kind of protein are we talking about? You don't need anything fancy or expensive. It can come from real everyday foods, things you already know and probably enjoy. A few examples: a couple of eggs, a bowl of Greek yogurt, a scoop of quality protein powder in your smoothie, cottage cheese with fruit or oats, or even a handful of nuts with milk or soy milk. The key is to aim for about 20 to 30 grams of protein in your morning meal. That's enough to switch on the muscle-building process, what scientists call muscle protein synthesis. Think of it like turning a key in the ignition. Without enough protein, the car won't start. But once you give your body that signal, it begins repairing, rebuilding, and strengthening, all before your day really begins. Now you might be wondering, but I already eat protein during lunch or dinner. Isn't that enough? Here's the catch. Spreading your protein evenly throughout the day works far better than eating it all at once. Your body can only use a certain amount at a time for muscle repair. That's why breakfast is such a perfect opportunity. Because most people get almost no protein in the morning. By fixing that one meal, you can dramatically change your daily balance without eating more overall. If you prefer plant-based options, don't worry. There are excellent sources too: tofu, lentils, soy yogurt, chia pudding, or plant-based protein shakes made from peas or rice. The point isn't what form it takes. It's that your muscles receive what they need when they need it most. There's also a psychological benefit. When you start your day with a protein-rich meal, your blood sugar stays more stable. That means fewer cravings, better focus, and longer-lasting energy. You're not just feeding your muscles, you're feeding your brain. Many of my patients are amazed that when they start adding protein to breakfast, their mid-morning fatigue or hunger simply disappears. And remember, your body doesn't stop responding just because you're older. It might need a louder message, but it's still listening. Every bite of protein you eat is like telling your body, it's time to rebuild. You may not see the change overnight, but you will feel it in your strength, your posture, and your confidence. Simple tasks like standing up, carrying groceries, or walking uphill begin to feel easier. That's your muscles coming back to life. You don't have to overthink it. Even one small change, like stirring a scoop of protein powder into your oatmeal or adding eggs to your morning routine, can make a real difference. Consistency is far more powerful than perfection. If you do it most days, your body will thank you. I've seen it happen again and again. Men and women in their 50s, 60s, even 70s, who thought muscle loss was permanent, only to watch their strength and balance return once they made this single addition to their diet. They stand taller, move easier, and feel younger, not because of a supplement or a secret pill, but because of a simple breakfast choice. So, tomorrow morning, when you reach for your usual meal, ask yourself this: did I give my muscles what they need to rebuild today? If not, it's never too late to start. Your breakfast can be more than just a habit. It can be the foundation of your strength. In the next section, we'll explore why this works so quickly, the fascinating science behind how protein sends a powerful rebuild signal to your body, even years after muscle decline begins. Once you understand that process, you'll see just how capable your body still is, no matter your age. Why it works so fast. When people first start adding protein to their morning routine, they're often surprised at how quickly they feel different. They expect slow, gradual change, something that might take months to notice. But within a few weeks, many start saying things like, "I feel stronger already," or "I'm not as tired halfway through the day." How is that possible? How can one simple change create such a visible difference so soon? The answer lies deep inside your muscles, in the way your body reads and responds to nutrients. Every time you eat protein, your digestive system breaks it down into smaller pieces called amino acids. You can think of amino acids as the building blocks your body uses to construct and repair muscle fibers. But there's one particular amino acid that acts like a spark plug. It's called leucine. When leucine enters your bloodstream, it sends a direct signal to your muscle cells. Wake up. Start rebuilding now. That signal activates a natural process called muscle protein synthesis. In simpler terms, it means your body begins repairing and adding new muscle tissue. The moment that switch is turned on, your body shifts from breakdown mode to growth mode. And this can happen at any age, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Your body never loses its ability to respond. It just needs a clearer message, and protein delivers exactly that. Here's the fascinating part. This rebuilding process doesn't just affect your muscles. As new muscle fibers strengthen, your metabolism begins to rise. That means you burn more energy naturally, even while resting. Your blood sugar becomes more stable, your posture improves, and you start moving with more ease. It's not magic. It's biology doing what it's designed to do once you give it the right materials. But why does it feel so fast? Because your body has been waiting for this signal for years. Most people over 50 have been living with a quiet imbalance, more muscle breakdown than repair. The moment that balance shifts, you start noticing results quickly. Better energy, steadier movement, fewer aches when you wake up. That's not coincidence. It's your body finally doing what it's been capable of all along. Studies show that adults who begin consuming enough protein, especially combined with light resistance exercises, can increase muscle strength by as much as 20 to 30% in just 8 to 12 weeks. And these aren't young athletes. They're regular people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, people who once believed muscle gain was out of reach. The human body has a remarkable ability to adapt, even late in life. The key is simply giving it a reason to rebuild. Let's talk briefly about exercise, because it multiplies your results. When you move your body, even just a short walk or a few minutes of resistance training, you create tiny micro-tears in your muscles. Don't worry, that's a good thing. Those small tears are what trigger your body to rebuild stronger fibers during recovery. And when you add protein, you give your body the exact tools it needs to make those repairs efficiently. It's a perfect partnership, motion and nutrition working together. That's why I often tell my patients, you don't need to train harder. You just need to recover smarter. A 10-minute morning walk, followed by a protein-rich breakfast, can do far more for your body than an intense workout on an empty stomach. Because it's not just what you do, it's what you feed your body to help it grow stronger afterward. Now, there's another reason people notice results so quickly, and it's not only physical, it's psychological. When you begin your day with purpose, nourishing your body, caring for your health, you send a message to yourself. I'm not done getting stronger. That mindset alone changes how you move, how you eat, and how you feel about aging. You stop seeing your body as something that's slowing down and start seeing it as something that's responding, improving, and cooperating with you again. And here's what's truly inspiring. This process builds on itself. When you have more muscle, you have better balance and mobility. When you move better, you can stay active longer. That activity further stimulates muscle growth, and the cycle continues. It's a chain reaction of vitality, all sparked by one small, consistent change, giving your body enough protein each morning. So if you've ever felt discouraged, thinking, it's too late for me, let me reassure you, it's not. The science is clear. Your muscles are not too old to respond. They're just waiting for the right message and the right nutrition. Once you start, you'll be amazed by how quickly your body remembers what strength feels like. In the next part, we'll bring everything together. You'll learn exactly how to build a simple, easy-to-follow morning routine that combines the right food, a bit of movement, and the power of consistency. It's your personal formula for rebuilding muscle, protecting your independence, and staying strong for years to come. Your morning muscle formula. Imagine starting each day knowing you're actively rebuilding your body, not just maintaining it, but making it stronger than it was yesterday. That's not wishful thinking. It's exactly what happens when you follow a simple formula I call the morning muscle formula. 3 ingredients, 3 actions, 1 powerful result, lasting strength. Here's the formula to remember. Protein plus movement plus consistency equals strength. Let's unpack it slowly so you can turn it into a daily habit that truly fits your life. First, protein. This is the fuel. Without it, your muscles don't have the raw materials to repair themselves. As we discussed earlier, aim for about 20 to 30 grams each morning. That's roughly 2 eggs and a small cup of Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie made with milk and fruit. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be there. Protein is your on switch. The moment you give your body that nutrient, you tell it, Let's start rebuilding. You can think of it like a construction site. Your body is full of hard-working builders ready to repair your muscle tissue, but they can't do their job until the delivery truck, that's your breakfast, brings in the supplies. No delivery, no building. It's that simple. Once you start eating enough protein in the morning, your builders clock in on time, every day. Next comes movement. Movement is the signal. It tells your muscles where to rebuild. Without some form of activity, your body doesn't know which muscles need attention. But don't worry, you don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Even 10 minutes of walking, stretching, or light resistance training is enough to wake up those muscle fibers. When you move, you create tiny challenges for your muscles, gentle reminders that they're needed, that they have a purpose. Your body responds by reinforcing them, making them stronger and more resilient. If you prefer a structured approach, start with something as simple as this. After breakfast, stand tall, take a slow walk around your home, climb a few stairs, or do light squats while holding a chair for balance. You'll feel your muscles engage, not strain, just work. That gentle effort, combined with the protein you just ate, begins the rebuilding cycle. And if you can add a bit of stretching afterward, you'll also help your joints and posture. The third part of the formula is consistency. This is the glue that holds everything together. Your body doesn't rebuild overnight, it rebuilds through repetition. Every morning that you follow this formula, you add another layer of strength. Miss a day? That's fine. What matters is the pattern, not perfection. It's like watering a plant. One day doesn't make a difference, but steady care transforms it completely. Think of your mornings as a ritual of renewal. When you wake up, you're not just starting another day. You're giving your body a chance to reset, repair, and grow stronger. You can even make it enjoyable. Play some music, open the window for fresh air, prepare your favorite smoothie or warm oatmeal with protein added in. This isn't punishment. It's self-respect in action. Here's something inspiring that many people discover. Once you establish this morning routine, other healthy choices naturally follow. You move more throughout the day. You sleep better at night. You feel steadier, clearer, more alive. That's because muscle health doesn't just affect your arms and legs. It supports your metabolism, your brain, and even your mood. When your muscles are strong, your whole system works better. And remember, progress doesn't need to be dramatic. You might not see big visual changes right away, but you'll feel them. Steadier energy, easier balance, more confidence in your movement. That's how rebuilding begins, quietly, consistently, from the inside out. Over time, those subtle changes add up to something remarkable, the return of strength you thought you had lost for good. So, tomorrow morning, follow your formula. Start with protein, your building material. Add movement, your activation signal. Stay consistent, your long-term commitment. That's it. No complicated programs, no strict diets, no pressure. Just a few small actions repeated daily that remind your body it can still grow, adapt, and thrive. And when you notice that first moment, maybe lifting something feels easier, or you catch yourself walking with more stability, celebrate it. That's proof that your formula is working. Your muscles are listening, your body is rebuilding, and you're living the truth that age is not the end of strength. It's simply a new beginning for it.